Now, after months of accusation and counter-accusations, the legal battle between a former governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, and the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has begun. At his arraignment at the Federal Capital Territory FCT High Court in Abuja, Bello pleaded not guilty to charges relating to allegations of 110 billion naira fraud. The former governor, who was arraigned alongside Shuaibu, Oricha, and Abdulsalam, Hudu, was also accused of conspiracy, criminal breach of trust, and possession of unlawfully obtained property. The court, presided over by Justice Marian Aneni, scheduled the next phase of the proceedings for the 10th of December to decide on Bello's bail. Now, before we talk about the former Kogi State governor, pleading not guilty, first of all, let's talk about what happened when we heard this story yesterday, that the former governor of Kogi State surrendering himself to the EFCC.
Yes.
Did you see this coming, or did you run out of options?
I knew he would go back there. He had run out of options before now.
Okay.
At the time when he went to the FCC head office, along with the governor of Kogi, it was because he had lost some cases in court.
In court?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cases that he failed to keep him away from honoring the invitation of the FCC. So once he saw that he had suffered those reversals in court, he knew that he had no choice. Because if you went to a court, for example, to say, okay, withdraw the warrant of arrest that you issued, in my name, and the court declined to do that. And before then, the restraining order that you got, the Superior Court invalidated it. You have nothing to stand on anymore. So, and that was why he went there, spent 4 hours, for reasons best known to the EFCC.
Okay.
They didn't arrest him. They didn't arrest him. Instead, what we saw on papers were, on social media, were people justifying that mismanagement of what happened. Oh, you cannot. And we pointed at the fact that Fayose was taken to the EFCC. It's not a crime for a governor to take someone there.
Exactly.
Fayose was taken to the EFCC by Wike. But Fayose didn't use his leg to go back home. Immediately they got there, they put him in custody. Yes. But in his case, they told him to go. You now wanted to effect his arrest forcibly. Somebody who went to see you. This time around again, he left Lokoja. He drove himself to the premises of the EFCC along with 3 lawyers. He drove in a black, what is it called? Multi-terrain vehicle. This one they call it Isuzu. This
truck.
Yes, the Isuzu Tiger, that category of vehicles. Yeah. He drove himself to the EFCC. So when I started hearing some people reporting that he was arrested, I know that this is bad journalism, honestly. But I think the majority of our newspapers, the online platforms, they reported it accurately by saying he surrendered himself. Fayose gives himself hope. You can't say he was arrested. At that time, he was not arrested. But once he gives himself up, you have an obligation to take his statement. And once he begins to write that statement, yes, he's technically under arrest.
Yes, true.
So they put him in custody. It's a normal thing. But he went there by himself. The same way the Delta governor went by himself. So I'm happy that he took that decision, because this will have saved us all of this drama, unnecessary head banging on the wall. the offense that you've committed is not murder. Go there, defend yourself. Nigeria is not a place where if they say you are a thief, nobody will listen to you, they simply judge you. Even if that is the mindset of some people. Our laws do not permit that.
Section
you
36.
have a right to fair hearing.
Section 36.
You know? If you defend yourself sufficiently, maybe you can even win the case. We've seen so many people who are similarly accused who today are not in jail.
Sure.
So instead of putting yourself through the mystery that we've seen over the last few months, the best thing, and this time around, I'm happy. He told the governor he was going there. The governor didn't have to accompany him. And he went alone. He went with his lawyers. And once he got there, they didn't make the mistake they made the last time. They took him in, and he was detained. He will be there until December 10, when the judge will determine whether he deserves bail
or not.
You know, that is for the judge.
It's for the court to
yes, for the court to decide. But
decide.
It's good that he has gone there, has shown up.
Yes.
So he has showed up in court.
All right, Emeka, the allegation went from 81 billion to 110 billion naira. But how well do you think the EFCC will be able to prove this?
It's up to them to prove it, but the EFCC should also try to, dispel the notion that it's out to persecute, Alhaji Yahaya Bello, because the media war and all of that, casting aspersions on him, you only accused him. He's an accused. He's not a convict, But the idea that, okay, he stole this, he took this, he did this, evidence that you should tender in court, you're already throwing it into social media. So why would the man, have made himself available to you when he was not sure of your motives?
Okay.
But he tried to go through the court because he has a right to say, no, you can't arrest me. We've seen many Nigerians now who said, maybe the police invited them. And then they got, court orders saying, don't arrest this person. So he did that. Now, he has brought, for the second time, he has brought himself. He should be commended. But EFCC should face the merits of the case. And let us have, let all this drama, come to an end.
Yes.
Because, Nigerians can do without all of this
We don't need
drama.
it.
We don't need the drama. Oh, how you pursued him, how you are, you are in an altercation with the governor of Kogi State. All of that for what? You are one EFCC official was said to have insulted the governor and all of that. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? So we must face the law, uphold the rule of law. And now that the matter has got to court,
if you win a case on the pages of newspapers and you don't win in the court, what have you gained?
Nothing.
But still talking about the process, Michael, do you trust the EFCC to do a thorough job to see this matter to a logical conclusion? And not a media trial.
I pray that they find the capability. I pray that they find the evidence that they need
and the witnesses
that will help them arrive at a good case. That is my wish, because whether we like it or not, the FCC is a public entity in our country, run with public funds. So if they suffer any form of reversal, I cannot be happy about it. So I want to see them handle this matter logically. I am with them in the war against corruption. Corruption has dealt with our country to the point that we all should be worried. But the EFCC chairman has said that he has bad eggs. He has bad eggs. So he needs to do some cleansing, get the backing of the president to deal decisively with prosecutors who deliberately bungle cases.
Okay.
Because he said it, he said it. And for somebody who had been in the system, I do not doubt.
He knows what
he's talking about. He knows what he's talking about. So you can't be working hard and some people will be somewhere negotiating with politicians to make sure that you fail. That's not the EFCC that we want. And if there are bad people like that, the EFCC chairman should do his best to get those black legs out of the system. Once he gets them out of the system, his job becomes easier. Everybody must be singing from the same hymnal.
Okay.
That's what we want to see.
Very true.
You know, not this frustrating your colleagues. So it's not right now.
It's not right.
It's not right. So colleagues are doing their best, risking their lives, and some people will be there frustrating their work.
All right, we're pressed for time, but do you think this will go a little bit? This is not the first time we've seen former government.
Don't forget, the EFCC chairman said he will resign if he didn't arrest Yahaya Bello. So he didn't arrest him. So I expect he should now channel the effort into making sure that there is justice is done, so that, you know, the idea that he's being persecuted, the idea that you're engaging in media trial, you know, of a matter that's not before the court yet. Now it's before the court, so they should just face matter, and then he should be allowed to defend himself. Without, you know, mudslinging.
Okay. All right, I want to say a big thank you to everyone, but also, Emeka Madunago. Happy birthday to you. Long life.
Wow.
Prosperity.
It has to take us somewhere.
Exactly. There should be implications.
All bad days must have
Exactly.